Nancy Drew, is it? I understand you and I have much in common.
I'm not so sure. I don't believe we've met officially.
Meet officially? What? With papers and a stamp? What is this? Meet officially? Silliness. I am Renate, officially, and you are Nancy, officially. Is that official enough for you? Should I invite a third party to witness the exchange, maybe?
No, that's all right. What did you mean when you said we have a lot in common?
Perhaps I'm wrong about that. You are here for the monster, yes?
Yes.
This is not a wise thing to do, especially not for you.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you what I know. You're here for the monster. Now I tell you something you don't know. This monster, he's here for you.
What makes you so sure of that?
I'm a storyteller, Nancy. I deal in fate and tragedy. And when a young girl suddenly finds herself called to a monster's lair, it is always the first breath of a tragedy. I should know. Leave while you still can, Nancy.
I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think that you would. You're part of this story now.
Do you think the stories are real?
I know. I think some part of the story is. I do not know. But you need to live as if it was true.
You said I know. What do you know?
I'm an old woman who speaks many languages. When I'm tired, sometimes the words do not behave as they should.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? Then that is your own problem. Now leave me alone!
Can't check that off yet.
What do you want?
Where are your favorite places to visit?
The places with the best food. The people in the north are dull as mud through dirty spectacles, but they make a knockwurst and apple fritter that will take up residence in your soul. Oh, and in the Black Forest they make cakes, these chocolate cakes with cherries and cream. Oh, what I would give for one right now. There is nothing like having a full belly and taking a nap near a fire.
That does sound nice.
It is. Sweet food is my one true weakness in this world. It isn't great for the old teeth. It makes me fall fast asleep. But those are small prices to pay. Oh, all this talk has made me hungry.
Have you heard much about this monster?
Let me tell you a story a friend told me. She stayed here with her family a long time ago when she was a young girl. Back then the woods outside the castle walls were a very dangerous place, especially for a little girl. That's why her father told her she was never going to the woods alone. This little girl? She had a small red scarf that came all the way from India. It had a parade of gold-stitched elephants, all walking in a line. She was very proud of it, and how far it had traveled just to belong to her. One day when she was playing in the field, a gust of wind carried the scarf deep into the woods. When the girl's older sister saw her walk into the forest, she tried to stop her, but it was too late. She couldn't catch up. 2 girls went out into the woods. One came back.
What happened?
There were monsters in the woods that night.
What kind of monsters?
Does it matter what kind? That girl never came home, never saw her family, her friends ever again. Who cares what name, what kind of monster it was? That means nothing.
The story about the girls. Who is this friend who told it to you?
You wouldn't know her.
I'm just curious. Is she your age? Is she from here?
Why won't it matter to you? Leave it alone.
Why are you here?
I'm a traveler, much like you. I see the world, I tell stories.
But why are you here now?
I do not know yet. If our time together is a comedy, then I was brought here by coincidence. If our time is a tragedy, then it must be fate.
What did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
You'll figure it out.
I think you're just trying to scare me.
And if I am? Is that such a bad thing? You have good reason to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
If you don't know by now, look around, think. It is a dangerous time to not know who you are and who other people think you might be.
What do you think of Anya?
You ask me? She should be in charge of this castle. She's smart, she's strong, she actually understands the history of the castle.
Why is that important?
When I'm here, I try not to tell the stories of what has happened at this castle.
Why not?
Fate has a cruel habit of digging in its claws when tempted. But I will say this. In the event of disaster, I'd rather have Anya in charge than Karl.
Why don't you tell stories about the castle when you're here?
This land, this castle, has known more than its fair share of misery. There is a saying from where I'm from. When death goes to take a ride, he follows the road that serves him best.
If that's what you believe, why are you here?
My affairs are mine alone. And anyway, a good storyteller knows to leave the big reveal for the end.
What if I don't want a story? What if I just want to know why you're here?
You're very persistent. I was right to like you. Still, my life's work is words. I know them well. When to speak. More importantly, when to stay silent.
See you later.
Goodbye.
What did you do to Ned?
Hi, Frank.
I'm serious. You better hope his brain is under warranty, because you have broken it.
Oh no, is he really upset?
I've never seen him this upset before. Joe's working overtime to cheer him up. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you might want to give him a call. Ugh, this connection is awful. Give me a call when you've got a better line. Let me know what you're up to. Joe and I will keep an eye on Ned.
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
It looks like I need to match the glass pattern, but I don't have all of the pieces.
You must be Nancy, yes?
That's right. I'm here to help you take care of the monster sightings.
Shh, shh. There is certainly no monster, Fraulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything is fine. There is no need for alarm. We have a huge monster problem here, literally and also figuratively. The monster is huge, and it is also a huge problem. I need your help.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Talking so loudly. Who is listening in?
I am the Bürgermeister, Nancy. If I appear to be scared, how will everyone feel? The last thing I need is the castle newspaper picking up on how bad things are.
The castle has its own newspaper?
Of course. Doesn't yours?
I don't really live in a castle.
How do you protect yourself from peasant uprisings?
It's never really been an issue. Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
What? You want details? It's a monster. It is monstrous. Get rid of it, please. And thank you.
Anya mentioned a glass shop. Can you help me find a way in?
She did she? Fine. You want to look in there? Go ahead, but stay away from the furnace.
Why's that?
It's a glass furnace. It's deadly. We've had accidents. It is not for fooling around. Be very careful. You could die down there.
Thanks. This thing, what is it? Why does everyone just call it the monster?
Honestly, there is not much we know about it.
What do you mean?
Most of us have only seen the destruction it leaves behind.
But it still seems like you would know enough about it to at least give it a name. After all this time?
I heard it had a name long, long ago. The villagers, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they knew the monster. They would leave food for him deep in the woods. They were all terrified of him, of course, but so were the wolves. If they kept the monster fed, he would not bother them, and they could raise their livestock in peace. But one night, the monster broke into the castle and kidnapped the Freiherr's only daughter. He was broken-hearted and decreed that the monster be killed on sight. He demanded that the townsfolk no longer leave food in the woods. It was forbidden to speak the monster's name in town.
Was his daughter ever found?
No one knows. No one even knows how true the story is. It was a long time ago. But there are many stories like it that happened in these walls.
Who's Lucas?
Lucas is the castle's other monster.
What do you mean?
He's the head of security's son, so he's always wandering around, meddling, talking, endlessly talking, chattering away about some inane thing. It never ends with that one. How could someone who knows so little talk so much? The talking is more annoying than all of the pranks.
I like your lederhosen.
Yes, get it out of your system now, Fräulein.
What do you mean?
No one likes lederhosen. Look at these. All of these straps and hooks and what have you. It's like I can't be trusted to keep my shirt on. Do you know how long it takes me to put these on in the morning? 9 minutes. And it's not like they look good. I look like a sad old Pinocchio.
Then why do you wear them?
It's part of Marcus's Bavarianization of the castle. He wants to give tourists a more authentic experience when they come here.
It sounds like you're not a fan of that idea.
I grew up here. I know authentic. If he wanted authentic, he should have come to me instead of stuffing the castle full of idiotic tourists. No offense to you and your fanny pack-wearing, loud-talking country people.
It sounds like you don't like tourists.
We have no business having tourists here. It isn't right.
Earlier, you hid some things when I came in. Were they dolls?
Fräulein, these are not dolls.
Okay, what are those items?
These are injection-molded, professionally crafted, physical, tactical, multi-directional place-holding avatars.
Nope, still don't get it.
Therefore, a fully immersive strategic map-inclusive campaign tabletop set I've built.
Okay, I know those words, but that is the extent of what I took away from that sentence.
You Americans would call it a game.
Oh, yes, we would call it that.
But that is because in the rest of the world, games are not taken seriously. Here, we take games very seriously. Very seriously. That is why German board games are the best in the world.
They are?
Yes, they are. Just so you know, many of the most popular games throughout the world actually were created in Germany. And now I'm working on creating a new game. When it is done, it's going to turn the strategy world on its ear, which, now that I think about it, as an expression, does not make a great deal of sense.
Why's that?
Because why would it be on its ear? This is preposterous.
No, the other thing. Why is this game so important?
You'll have to see. Tell me you'll play. It's not perfect yet, but it's pretty great so far. At least that is what I think. But you should be sure to tell me what you think. Don't be shy. I can always use constructive criticism.
Sure, I'd love to.
Great! It's called Raid. The game is very simple. It's just about using the best strategy and, of course, finding the coolest looking character. Ready?
I'll play blue if you play the other two colors.
Oh, excellent.
You win.
Nice round. What did you think?
I loved it.
I knew it. I said to myself, Carl, this is the one. This is a game that's going to put you on the map. Here, take this for your trouble.
Thanks. Can you catch me up on what's been happening with these monster sightings?
The castle is emptying out. I've never seen people be this nervous. You've got to get to the bottom of this quickly.
What has happened with the monsters so far?
I don't know. I've heard all sorts of things. Magda saw him out in the woods last week. She was out gathering herbs after a rainstorm. She drops her basket, and when she looked back up, she saw him standing there. She was sure she was going to get it, but the monster just walked away.
Where is Magda? Can I talk to her?
You can try, but good luck with that. She's bolted her door, and she hasn't come out since that night. Come to think of it, you should leave her alone.
Okay.
Thanks, Nancy.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Did that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. Haven't done that. That's done. Check.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. What an interesting painting. Oh, that's bad.
Look at that mess. I want you to put everything exactly the way it was.
Sorry, I will. It looks like I'll need to get the trays to their original levels. I've seen that image before in one of the paintings here. Still have to do that. That's done. Got it! Wait, what's that? I have to translate that. Did that! This looks just like the picture in the raid guide. There must be something special about this painting. What a strange place to keep a key.
Nancy, it's Marcus. Cell phone reception is notorious up there. Give me a call back on the landline in your room.
Have to translate that. This must be the room that Carl set up for me. This might come in handy. Can't check that off yet. Haven't done that. Still have to do that. That's done.